Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about two stocks, which is going to be PayPal and Shopify. So let's start with PayPal, where price is at now. We are sitting around $64 a share, 64.56 when market opens, so this is pre. So we're around 9.12 right now, so market opens in about 10 15, 17 minutes, and I just want to make a quick analysis of where price is, right? So this is my view for the PayPal stock, right? I think we are very bullish, as you guys can see on the current trend, and we have just touched this trend line for the fourth time, right? So I would have started from this point over here, but I couldn't find a good connection. So I just started from the second higher low here, right? So again, I'll explain. I explained this on the Bitcoin video, but I'll explain again of how the market works, right? So this is the bullish trend for when price is going up, and this is a bearish trend for when price is coming down, right? So we have a low here, right? The low point, a low. We have a high here. So this is the first, basically the first jump, right? So I go from a low to a high. I form a high. Right here, I form a higher low because it's this point over here, this next point of jump is higher than this low, but it's still a low. Why? Because it needs to form a new higher high. So once you start to understand this, you are able to basically understand the structure and know where price is going to go and where price is acting now, right? So that is another higher high over here, and so it goes. So this is a bullish trend, or yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have a high here. After the high, we should have a low, right? Because we're coming down. This is a lower high. For price to break, to keep going on this trend, which is a bearish trend, we have to break this low and form a new low, which then will be a lower low. And for price to break this low again, for price to keep coming down, it's got to come up. So we have a lower high again, right? And then this is another low, right? And so it goes, lower low, lower highs. And so once you guys start to understand this, you're going to see that the same thing happens here, right? I have a low and I have a high, and I have a higher low, and then I have a higher high, a low, a high. Oh, but price broke this this previous low point. Yes, that's not a problem, because you know why? Because we gotta keep following the trend here. Our trend is still coming up, so we just made a new low. So what price has to do now is come back and then basically have two options, right? Either keep going on this trend over here, right? As you guys can see, we have a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low here. But this is actually not a lower low. This is a higher low from here, previous high, right? Price moved up, so we had an option, right? We could come down, or we keep coming up, and we just adjust here. right? So let me do that again. Here, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. And that's the highest it went, $70.50 a share. And now we just made another low. So what can happen next? Right? So we have let's see options, right? We can start to price starts to move up again, and then it has to break this high to keep doing higher highs, right? So then when price breaks this high, it'll probably come down more and keep coming up like this. Pull back, up, pull back, up, right? That's one of the options. Another option would be if price is not resisting this trend line, as we break below this trend line, we look left towards support. Either we hold support or we pull back to the trend line and then start forming new lows, right? So that's basically two options we have for PayPal. I would wait a little bit. If price keeps coming up, it's a very good opportunity because it'll probably hit the $70 mark, right? The other one we're going to talk about is Shopify. We had earnings this week, right? So last time I analyzed Shopify, we were around $77 a share, and I said that this was pretty good. I said this was a good time to be in, and if at 77 we were pretty good, now that we are at 62 is even better if you're buying, right? As you can see here, we have maintained the support on the left that we are at right now, right? So again, this is not financial advice, but if you are going, if you're thinking of the long-term perspective, I would add some positions here on Shopify, right? Now, if price breaks the $60 mark, $60 a share mark, I would probably wait to see a $54 and a $51 a share. I would start to get worried if we break below 45, which is the lowest point here in a couple months, right? Since October 2023. It's the lowest point, right? If price breaks the $45 a share mark, then I'll start to get worried. If price doesn't and keeps coming up and retesting, I'm still entering buys, right? So the downside is around 27% of where we are at right now, and the upside is if we break the previous high here, is a 47% upside, right? So think about that. Yeah, so this was it for PayPal and Shopify. Guys, stay tuned for the next couple of videos. I'm going to be breaking down Reddit, and yeah, stay tuned.